almost there. No way. What is this? You're tuned in to the Eyes Open podcast, where secrets aren't safe and we see it all.
Now, I think we need to start turning, maybe we need to change the name of the Monday Recap Rant to Fan Mail Monday. I think that's maybe what we should change it to. Because especially after the long holiday weekend, I hope you guys had a great holiday weekend with 4th of July, everything going on. I hope nobody lost any extremities or limbs. Last year, we had some crazy stuff going on. But I hope everybody stayed safe. I hope everybody had a good weekend. But I had some fan mail that came in over the weekend that I just got to say is impressive. All right? The amount of thought that you guys put into these emails is very, not only impressive, but I'm very thankful for it. I just want to thank everybody out there that takes the time to send in this fan mail. So I wanted to read one piece of fan mail from somebody who apparently enjoyed my view on how free we are this last weekend with 4th of July and everything being on a Saturday. So let's see what they had to say. So they had to say, "Hi, Elias. I just want to let you know I've been watching your show for a while, but I did not like what you had to say about 4th of July. I myself love Trump, and I understand that he is not the best of people, but you are a fucking piece of shit. I hope you drowned in your own fucking vomit while you fuck your mother and eat shit for the rest of your life. Signed, your worst fucking enemy." See what I'm talking about? This is amazing, amazing messages I get. But there's ones that are actually even better. Okay, these are the kind that motivate me to do what I do. "Hi, Elias. I just wanted to let you know that I'm glad you put this email on your page because you are a real piece of shit. You're such a piece of shit that if I stepped on you with my shoe, I would not just wipe it off my shoe, but I would throw the whole fucking shoe away. Signed, fuck yourself." And see, that's, like I'd said, the whole point of this show is to speak your mind. That's what I do. And if people are that upset with me, upset with my view that bad, that's fine. Okay? At least it's elicited a reaction. Because the way I look at it nowadays, it seems like a sporting event elicits more of a reaction out of people than fighting for what is right. Fighting for the systematic destruction of your own country right in front of your face. Nobody seems to care about that. But the second a nobody like me starts saying something, all of a sudden, I'm hated for it. It comes with the territory, is what I say. And what's wild is the people who hate you, they seem to talk about you more than anybody, which is wild. You'd think that, the people that love you would talk about you more. No, it's actually the opposite. The people that hate you are the ones who will be talking about you all the time. They are super fans, really. And that's why I'm not going to name you guys that sent these out. I won't do that to you. But just know you're appreciated, you're loved, and I'm sorry that anger has gotten the best of you. And it sounds like I might be getting through to some of you guys. Maybe that's why you're getting angry, because the cognitive dissonance is wearing off in a sense. So you're starting to come to reality. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I can't hate on that. But just know, whether they're criticism emails or whether they're emails saying that, hey, love what you do, love the show, and I get those too. And I don't mean to only focus on the negative, but this goes to the people that have no idea what it's like to deal with being in the position I'm in. Because people all think they're like, oh yeah, man, you're making money doing what you love now. You get to have a talk show, and you could do what you want to do at this point. Well, that's not what it is. It's not. It comes with a lot of BS. And that's one of the things. See, some people take that to heart like horribly bad. I think it's actually funny. It really is, because the person who wrote that message had to be extremely upset. And mind you, I don't like making people upset. Okay? I don't like doing it, but I think that it's needed in this day and time. It is. The only way we're going to really get through to people is if we make them upset. We have to make them question their whole reality. And I didn't think I said anything that bad. I mean, if people wanted to see me say some really negative stuff, I could say some very negative stuff, but I don't. I don't want to be that person. But here's the thing is, this is what I noticed. Myself, along with all my people who have lived their life on military bases, who have been in the service of the military, they'll never admit it to you. They'll admit it amongst their battles. They'll admit it, amongst the people they trust. But they won't tell you that. They think they got sold a crock of shit. Okay? We got sold America and apple pie a long damn time ago. All right? But just like the movie American Pie, somebody fucked it. All right? We had a nice baked pie, which you can call America. And it was good. It was ready for the serving and for everybody to partake. But somebody fucked it. And honestly, that's a weird, art imitating life in a sense, because it was Jason Bigman, or I don't want to say Bateman. I'll give you props there, brother. I don't want to say you're the one who did it. But yeah, the one from American Pie or whatever, he's a Jew boy. But yeah, he fucked the pie. So the Jew fucked the pie, and now we're all screwed because we don't get to have pie. We have the decimated, screwed over pie that they gave to us. And and here's a big thing too. I want to let my audience know. I try my best to be a man of God. I really do. I fall short all the time, like we all do. But even like with these emails I was showing you, you guys have to understand something. You're going to be showed the dark side of the world a lot. And sometimes it's foul language, it's, crass type of things. And that's not that I want to promote that at all. I don't. If people watch my show back when I first started, I cursed all the time. I really did. But I've been working on myself. I'm trying not to. It'll slip here and there. But I'm really not trying to be that guy. Because when you get convicted, I'll be honest with you, when you get convicted by the Holy Spirit, just swearing, in a sense, for me, it kind of cringes me a little bit. I try my best in my own personal life. I curse here and there, I'll be honest, but it's something more that I feel convicted about. Everything doesn't convict you all at once. The thing is, though, people got very upset when confronted with the truth this weekend. And that's what I don't understand, is if there's an issue, how can we correct it if we don't all agree that there's an issue to be fixed? That's where I think the problem comes in, because no one's admitting there's an issue. We're all kind of just standing around, ignoring the elephant that's in the room and saying everything's fine. But it's not. There's a big problem. I don't know how at this point no one, I'm not going to say no one because a lot of people are waking up to it, but the people that still support Donald Trump, I don't know how you do it. The guy literally in his last speech that I posted, you'd think that would be enough is enough. He mocked the Congressional Medal of Honor. Okay, he said he's going to give one to his sons and whatever, and that wasn't even the worst part. And he says, and we're going to have a threesome. We're going to have a threesome. You think a billionaire playboy don't know what that word means? Come on. The dude was screwing porn stars. He knows what that word means. And that's freaking messed up. Who would say that? Because if he didn't mean to say it, then he's completely delusional at this point. But I don't believe that about Trump. Trump's not. That's the one thing you could say about Biden is the guy was dementia all the way. But Trump is not. Trump is very slick. He's not demented. At least not in the sense that you guys think. He's demented in other ways. But he knows exactly what he's saying. Now, Biden, we could hear that guy talking about everything from his hairy legs in a pool to he was saying to what was it, to mention if he could think of one word to call America, it would be the mountains with Xi Jinping or some shit. That guy is completely out there. So we know what to expect from Biden. All right. But with Trump, we would expect a little more. A little more. Just a little more. But I mean, people need to really wake up to what is going on around them. That's the whole reason why I made the 4th of July post. That's what it was about. And see, this is how out of whack everybody's brains are. I had somebody message me that said, well, it's not just about taxes, okay? It's about the troops. What about the troops? The troops. Well, guess what? It's not about the troops, okay? July 4th, 1776, even before that, okay? Go learn history. There was no army. There was no military. We were the military. That's the whole point of the Second Amendment, is to keep a well-regulated militia. What do you guys think is going to happen if somebody invades America? There's only millions of people in all of our military in America combined. Who do you think is going to stop? Or I'll put it this way. Why do you think these other countries are not invading us if they wanted to? You think it's just because of our military? If that's the truth, then why did they fly a whole freaking spy balloon right over America? But they said it wasn't theirs. So do you get what I'm saying? You have to understand what I'm talking about here. The real military is you and me. Those of us that are armed, that are willing to fight when the time comes. Because I can promise you, if I see parachutes falling out of a plane all over the place, there's going to be a lot of corpses hitting the ground. Because I'm getting out my long rangers and everybody's getting wrecked. But that's what I'm saying. It's people think that this is the best way I could put it. Memorial Day for the troops. Veterans Day for the troops. July 4th for the people. It was us farmers, us ragtag people that made America what it is. Okay? That's when the military was formed. But here's the thing is, the Second Amendment is not just in place against the tyrannical government. It's put in place because what if the military decided to go against the American people? What would happen then? Well, I know most of them wouldn't. There's a lot of them that wouldn't. So you could say all the veterans out there, all the people that have seen it for what it really is, would fight with us. But that's my point. The military is going to follow whatever the government tells them to do. So who do you think, if we were going to get enslaved? So this is the point I'm making. If the reason why the Second Amendment was put into place was for a well-regulated militia to protect against tyranny. So if there was tyranny by the people that run our government, who do you think they would use to carry out that tyranny? They would use the military. So the Second Amendment states that we should have a well-regulated militia for these types of scenarios. And who do you think that well-regulated militia is? It's the American people. And that's what people forget. They forget that we the people. We've got so far away from that ideology that it's disgusting. It's no longer we the people. That's what's written right on the Constitution. We the people, not we the government. So why is that the scenario that's being pitched to us? I've never understood that. I really don't. I really don't understand why people can defend tyranny that's happening all over the place right in front of their face. They can defend it. And there's nothing to say, but you're just completely brainwashed at this point. It's the only, option. Because I don't know anybody who would say, oh, yeah, the most times I've seen a whole, collective amount of people online like bitching about July 4th is this year. More than ever. It happened a lot during Biden, too, because trust me, I was bitching online, too. Like, we're celebrating a free country. We're a superpower with a buffoon like Biden in office, a guy who looks like he's about to shit his pants and go eat an ice cream cone. That we've been played since day freaking one. But see, now they just know people are too comfortable to bitch. And that's why I even said with, for example, like the heat waves going on. They're keeping everybody indoors. And in France, Europe, they're saying people are dying in large numbers. Dude, even locally where I live, the power company's doing rolling blackouts. That's what happens. Because they're trying to conserve energy, saying it has too much effect on the power grid. So they think that there's not only Americans that are dealing with it, but people that are dealing with it on a way worse scale. I can guarantee you the humidity and the heat is way higher here in the States. But I'm just wondering why people are more interested in fighting with each other than fighting the system they've been brainwashed by. Because that's what it is. You try to wake people up to the world around them, and they're like, nah, that's not what happened. They fight tooth and nail for that. I would say it's almost like, in a sense, Stockholm Syndrome, but in a different type of sense. Like, if we both got kidnapped by somebody, and you were like in love with that person, you grew in love with them over time, and I said, fuck this whole thing, I'm about to take off, I'm about to leave this all behind, and you went and told on me, so I got captured right back into that system and wasn't able to escape. Even though you could have at the same time. That's like what it is. People are so entrenched in the system now that we've grown to have to deal with, that they're willing to die defending a lie. And that's honestly insane when you really think about it. It's freaking insane. And if people think that I'm going to shut up, that I'm not going to talk about what I'm going to talk about, what should be appreciated by what I do is this should be really appreciated. I don't have a filter, okay? I just say what I believe personally. And there's going to be a lot of people that don't like it, but there's going to be a lot of people that do. Nowadays, we don't have that. Everybody's trying to appeal so much to everyone that just so they can make themselves feel trendy or important. Like, look at the actors. They're like, oh, you know what? I don't want to talk politics or talk this or talk that. I'm just going to stay in my lane and do it. You know what? That's a coward-ass move for anybody that does that. If you have a voice to speak about what's going on and you're deciding to stay silent, you're a freaking coward. You're the last person that should be celebrating any form of independence, period. But I can tell you this, as long as I have a studio, a microphone, a heartbeat, I'm going to be in here and I'm going to be saying what I feel about what we're all going through. And like I said, a lot of people are not going to agree with it. but a lot of people will. And to be honest with you, I don't give a shit who listens and who doesn't. I don't. I'm simply going to narrate the world as I see it around me. Some people will feel it and some won't, but that's up to them.